Hi everyone, today I will play a 30-second game in Shogi Club 24. The game starts with pawn to 2-6 and he opens his bishop down line, pawn to 3-4. Every time my opponent plays like this, I always push pawn to 2-5 to force him to move bishop to 3-3. And it is clear that the opening is Central Rook versus Central Rook. First, I decided to advance my silver to 3-7 and 4-6. In order to do that, I pushed my pawn to 3-6. And his silver also advanced like me in order to protect his bishop's head. So silver to 4-4. And after that, I moved my gold to 5-8. And in this position, he can't go pawn to 5-6 since pawn takes, rook takes, pawn drop 5-5, and his rook will be taken. Therefore, he decided to move his king to castle. And I thought for a while in this position. I was thinking about pushing both either pawn to 7-6 or 6-6. And in this position, now he can trade his rook's pawn after I pushed pawn to 6-6. Then, even if I drop the pawn to 5-5, he can now take my pawn in 6-6. So there will be no problem for the opponent. And after pawn drop pawn to 5-6, instead I advanced my silver to 6-7. Yeah. So I was thinking about how I should not be careful about silver to 5-5 since I can now if he moves silver to 5-5, I can advance my silver to 4-5 to attack his bishop's head. So he will not play silver to 5-5 now, for now. Then I push the edge pawn in order to prevent bishop to 1-5 and jump knight to 3-7. So that I can attack by jumping knight to 4-5 at any time. And in this position, I thought for a while and I decided to jump knight to 4-5 after king to 8-2 since his castle is incomplete. But actually, simply pushing pawn to 6-5 was better. And his bishop escaped, so I decided to push the pawn to 6-5. And after pawn to 6-5, my opponent completed the Mino castle by moving silver to 7-2. Although I was a little bit worried that my attack would be unsuccessful, but I decided to push pawn to 3-5 so that I can drop pawn in 3-4 at some point. And then dropped the pawn to 5-3. I guess this pawn in 5-3 is pretty threatening for the opponent, since if I gain some pieces, such as silver, I can directly drop pieces in 5-2 to attack both his rook and the gold. And in the game, firstly, he pushed the edge pawn, the king side edge pawn, and I also pushed the edge pawn since now I don't have any attack. I didn't have any way to attack, so I waited for a while. If the opponent counterattacks or not. And in the game, he decided to jump knight to 3-3 to eliminate my knight. And I thought the pawn in 5-3 is essential for me to keep attacking. So after pushing pawn to 2-4 takes, and after the knight trade, I dropped the knight to 4-5 again. And in the game, his bishop escaped from my knight, but actually, he should have taken my knight by his silver, since his king is safer than my king. That means he could have attacked fiercely or aggressively, even if he loses some materials. But in the game, his bishop escaped, and after that, I advanced my silver to 5-6, and now I succeeded in controlling the center, so I thought I'm advantageous. And actually, he didn't have anything to do, so, and he almost ran out of time, and so he dropped his knight, but it was actually meaningless, since I can drop my knight again in 4-5, and now it's my turn. So he just lost his moves, and also, after knight drop 4-5, bishop to 4-2, I moved the gold to 6-7 to prevent knight drop 6-6 at some point in advance. In the game, after gold to 6-7, he decided to push pawn to 3-6 so that he will promote his pawn at some point. So my rook moved that third file. And now I can take the pawn in 3-6 next. So my opponent has to do something before it is too late. And so he decided to drop the pawn in 5-5. After the silver trade happens, I thought I was definitely advantageous, since I can keep controlling the center, while I can drop the silver in 5-2 next to attack both his rook and gold. And after the silver trade happens, he dropped the knight to 4-4 to prevent my rook from taking the pawn in 3-6. And now it's my turn to attack, and I have the silver in hand, so I decided to drop the silver in 5-2. This is attacking both rook and gold, and I'm pretty sure that I'm advantageous. After exchanging my silver for his gold, and drop the pawn in 5-3 again to attack his rook, and his rook escapes, I actually decided to drop the gold in 5-2, but actually it was a questionable move, and gold drop 6-2 was better. The square in 5-2 should be a room for my pawn to promote, not the gold to drop. So I later moved gold to 6-2 to promote my pawn next. And although I made some mistake, I was pretty advantageous. And in this position, he dropped his silver to 7-1 in order to eliminate my gold, and I sort of promoting the pawn to 5-2. But first, I decided to take his silver by my gold and then promote my pawn to 5-2. So that silver to 6-2 will be a check if my opponent doesn't do anything. And in this position, he decided to sacrifice his bishop and moved the king to 8-2. So he thought the safety of his king would be the as priority prior to anything. And in the game, I decided to promote the knight instead of taking his bishop by my promoted pawn. However, it was another questionable move, and I should have taken his bishop. After the gold takes, bishop to 9-7 is an interesting move, and it is a matter of time that I will win. So he dropped his gold to 6-1 to regenerate the Mino castle, and I advanced my silver to 5-4 to both move silver. Talking takes 6-3 or 4-3, and in this position, after he pushed pawn to 2-5. I could have moved talking takes 6-3, but I thought after that silver takes 6-3 promote, pawn drop 6-2, and my silver had to retreat, so it would be kind of boring. So I decided not to do that, and therefore drop the silver and 6-3. But actually, knight drop 7-1 was pretty hard, and it seems that the square in 6-3 is securely protected, so I decided to gain more materials before threatening his king. So talking takes 4-3, and he decided to push the pawn again to 2-6, and he can promote his bishop next, but my attack was a lot faster than his. After bishop takes 4-4, and I was finally sure of the victory. So even if he can promote his pawn, silver drop 6-1, and there is no way for my opponent to defend. And in the game, he decided to drop the silver to 6-2. But I could checkmate his king by taking the silver takes 7-2 promote, and bishop takes and bishop drop, silver drop, bishop takes 7-1 and go to 7-2 and checkmate. Thanks for the game. Good game. Alright, that's it for today. If you have any questions or feedbacks, I will really appreciate if you give me some comment. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you again.